Hey guys, Ben from KCT here, aka Mr. Studio Girl, and return her in unused condition. You're welcome. Here to talk to you guys today about some cool grip accessories from Mythic Tactical. So, Mythic Tactical was kind enough to send me out some accessories. I talked to them on Instagram and just gave some advice on some mag floor plates he was working on. And he was like, hey, you want to check some stuff out? So I was like, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So I went and he sent out some grips and some flashlight covers and some of the magazine floor plates. So we'll be discussing those here in a future video. But today I wanted to go ahead and talk about the grips. So vertical grips are a vibe. You guys know it. I know it. We all know it. But having a good vertical grip on your gun is kind of something special. This one secures with, I believe it is 2. Let's take a look here. Lumens. Yep, so it has 2 M-lock screws. And there's just a hollow grip there. But what I like about it is the way that it is beveled and slims down, like right where your fingers are going to go. Because again, I use the vertical grip sort of as a reference point and kind of roll my wrist forward as if it was using like an AFG or something like that. So this is perfect. Like even if you wanted to broom handle it, which, you know, of course I don't recommend, but if you were going to go ahead and, you know, use a thumb over bore, the way that you can slide your finger back onto this thing is like just perfection. I like it quite a bit. It does have some Trident texturing because it is the Trident grip. We'll go ahead and do some close-ups on the grips here in a minute. But yeah, it's got some little knurling there for your fingers. And surprisingly, like, I don't hate it. Like, I've had, most of my life I've had Glocks with finger grooves. So I used to finger grooves not necessarily being where I want them to be, but being where they are and just being comfortable with it. And this, like, my fingers fit like right in those grooves. Like, it's groovy. I like it. Now it is like your mom, bidirectional. So it goes both ways. You can, right? I know. So these jokes write themselves. Doesn't matter which way you go with it, it's solid. They do also have like a lifetime replacement warranty. They're just like, hey, if it breaks, we'll send you a new one. So wrench on it, do whatever you want to do. They'll have you covered. The second big one is the Zeus grip. Now, I like this personally a lot more than the DFCO Kung-Fu Grip, which is very similar. Actually sitting right here. We'll go ahead and grab that in a second. But it is a very vertically angled grip. It's actually at the same angle. It's a much bigger version of the DFCO. So if you had the Kung Fu grip and you're just like, hey, this is cool. I like this. I like the angle of it. I like that little indentation there for your finger. But I just don't like the size of it. Like, it's too small. I know. You hear it a lot. But, and there's always a but. Trust me. If you wanted something slightly bigger, this is perfect. And I think these grips are like right around, I know the Zeus grip is right around $20. And I think the Trident grip is 17, something like that. Either way, very reasonably priced. But this is excellent because it is stippled in all the areas that you need it to be. And again, we'll take a look at this one a little bit more closely. But, oh man, it is like, this is sort of my try-hard competition rifle. And it feels really, really good on this. And of course, the gray color that they sent, which they just did on their own, matches the gray of the rifle. So I'm happy. But, like, it is... I bought a Kung Fu grip because I thought it was all the rage. I saw everybody using them. I think Randy Reviews It was probably I think he was the guy that kind of broke this down and was like, hey, these are not all that great. I think for some people they're great. For me, not so much. I just didn't get it. Was too small for my hand. I don't have big hands, but for whatever reason, it was too small. This thing fits just right, and the stippling on it. We'll compare the stippling on the Zeus grip versus the Kung Fu grip, but it's so much better. It's everywhere you need it to be, and really not anywhere that it doesn't need to be. So it's quite good. I definitely prefer the stippling over it. Also, it's kind of hard to see, and you'll see it more when we do a little close up, but they don't chop off the back end as hard as the DFCO. The DFCO is like really like angled on the back end. I like having a little bit more space on the grip. If my hand slides down, it doesn't come off the grip. So with these more vertically angled grips, it's a little bit easier for your hand to kind of push down, swing off of it versus something that's angled further back. And having more grip back there, so if my hand is wet, I'm sweaty, I'm running, whatever I'm doing with the gun, I'm not worried about like my hand just like going whoop and ditching the gun. So I really like both these grips. Again, they sent these out to the channel. But, they said, hey, just say what you say about it. Just, do whatever you do. So there's been no expectation of a positive review. And if these things sucked, and not all of their products are hits. There's some that I really like. There's some that I look at and I'm like, it's okay. But for the most